Welcome back everyone to the Blender Creator course, Stylized 3D Models. And if we go over to this one first, we can see we've got main wood, light wood, and glass lit. Now I think the light wood, if I come into here and put it on face select, we can actually see what the actual material is. So if I click on this one, you can see light wood, click on this one, main wood, click on this one, light wood. So we know pretty much, apart from the bottom, so this one's going to be main wood, we can actually come in now and put those on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come into this part now, and I'm going to grab all of these, like so, and this one, and the frame, like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign light wood, and now I don't need to worry about it. Next of all, I'm going to come in, and I'm going to assign the glass to these windows. So assign glass lit, like so. And what I'm going to do with the glasses, before I do anything, I'm going to press 1 on the number pad. I'm going to press U, and I'm going to project from view like so. And now they're all done. And now I can pretty much hide those out the way, because now I can just deal with these parts. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come in, I'm going to grab all of these, I'm going to press U, Smart UV Project, click OK, and let's have a look what they're actually going to look like. So we're just comparing now from this to this, and we're looking what they look like, and you can see everything looks really nice. Now let's come in and do these now. So I'm going to grab these, and these, and then what I'm going to do is press U, Smart UV Project, click OK, and there we are. That's what we've got. Now, as you can see on this one, we left these like this, which is fine because it's just a bit of window frame, but you could go in and turn these around and make them follow that wood grain. I think when it's something so small, it's probably not worth bothering with actually. Okay, so now let's come in and grab each of these, and then what we're going to do is press U, Smart UV Project, click OK, and they're going fine, they're going the right way. I'm looking at how they look, everything's looking good. Now with these chunkier bits, we might want to follow the wood grain like we did with these. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to open all of these. Let's see, not that one, sorry. Let's grab all of these. I might need to go in with this and actually mark some seams on this because it might be a little bit more difficult. Now let's see if we can do that. So U, Smart UV Project, click OK, and let's see what we get. And first of all, you can see that the wood here is very blurry. That means obviously it's not big enough on the UV map. Now before I do that, let's just do this one first. So L, U, Smart UV Project, click OK, and that one's come out really nice. So now we know similar, we want it to be similar to this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in now, I'm going to grab all of this, I'm going to press Shift H just to hide the rest of it out of the way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark a seam on these parts here. I'm going to then right click, mark seam. I'm going to press Alt H, and we can see now that the other seam should be on the next one up and on this top one here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come in, put X-ray on, and mine, yeah, you can see it might be a little bit hard to actually get to these. So what I'm going to do is turn that off. I'm going to re-grab this again, Shift H, and then what I'm going to do now is Alt Shift click, Alt Shift click, Alt Shift click, Alt Shift click, like so, right click, mark a seam. Now I'm going to come in to the bottom. Now these bottoms really, you don't actually need them there. No one's ever going to see those bottoms. And if you want to start saving on, you know, how many polygons you've got in a scene, it's really important that you get rid of any polygons that you don't need. So the bottoms, for instance, the backs of these that are into the wall, you really don't need these polygons, and you can really save on a lot of polygons. We're talking here thousands of polygons, probably over a, you know, a big model, if you actually delete the polygons you don't need. Completely up to you. I'm going to leave mine there because this is already a huge course, and the reason that I'm not deleting them is because it takes a lot of time, so we're not going to delete those. And yeah, so I'm going to leave these on. The one thing I'm going to do is Control E. Actually, instead of that, we're going to come in and we're going to do it from here. So Alt Shift click, right click, mark seam. And now what we can do is we can re-undo these. So I'm going to grab all of this with A, U, and I'm going to click on, I can't actually click on wrap actually because I need to actually mark another seam. So what I'm going to do is Alt Shift click, I'm going to click it going round there. It's going to follow it all the way around here. And then I can right click and mark seam. So now all I want to do is I want to come in and grab it from here and here to tidy this up, right click, clear seam. And now you can see if I click off, it's still the bottom there and it's not gone all the way through. And now we'll do the same thing on here. So grab this one, just this corner, control select this one, right click, clear scene. All right, now we can try unwrapping this. So A, U, Smart UV project, click OK, and now we can already see that's looking much, much nicer. Now it still might need, you know, making a little bit bigger on these parts. So let's go in now to the shading panel. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to press dot to zoom into it, press tab, and here we are. Now let's grab everything and make it a little bit bigger, like so, just to try and get it to the same as these parts here. And I can see this part here now, I want it to actually follow a longer thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to grab it from, let's say here. So I'm going to grab it from here and then I'm going to press L. I'm going to press U, unwrap, like so. And there we go. Now we can see that's looking much better. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this one. So I'm going to grab it from here, L, U, unwrap. And there we go. Now let's think about this part in here because they're kind of bugging me a little bit. So Alt H, bring everything back. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually have a look at this. So if I grab this, I can see that they're these parts here. Now there are other things you can do, by the way. So if you grab this here, for instance, we can see one is at the front, one is at the back. So first of all, we can see this one is actually at the back. What we can also do then is if we grab all of this one, so this should just be the front. And what we can do is we can come and grab, let's say, can we grab this one going all the way around there? And then what you can do is you can actually right click, align auto, and then that's going to actually straighten everything out. Now I'm just going to see actually if I can actually grab all of these. So I'm going to grab all of these going down to here. I'm going to right click and I'm going to straighten on the, let's have a look. Let's just click straighten like so. In fact, I'll grab these ones first. So going all the way down here, straighten, and then I'll grab all of these going over here. I'm thinking actually, is there another piece behind there? I think actually there's another piece behind there. So instead of doing it that way, I'm just going to come in and grab it going all the way down there. And then I know that if I grab all of these, right click, straighten, grab all of these then, it's going the other way. So control click, right click, straighten, and there we go. Let's pull these out a little bit. So S and X, pull them out. And there we go. You can see just how much nicer that actually looks. So let's go through how I actually did that. I'm going to come to this one to show that point. So I'm going to grab this one and this front of this one. And then what I'm going to do is make sure that this is on. If you click on this, it just grabs the whole thing. If you click on this, then you can grab individual ones. Control click so it goes all the way down. Right click, straighten. And yeah, this one's straightened out the other way first. Let's try this one first. Right click, straighten. There we go. And then this one coming all the way to here. Right click, straighten. And there we go. Let's now straighten it up. So R, rotate, and then S and X. Let's pull it out a little bit because it did get a little bit stretched. And there we go. Let's move it as well into a different part. And now you can see just how nice that actually looks. So that's the way that you can actually straighten these out, which is actually pretty handy to know. All right, so now let's come in and let's grab each of these. And you'll notice the best thing about the new Blender is that as soon as you grab a new part, the actual UV map actually changes, which makes it incredibly easy to work with. So let's come in now, grab all of these parts like so. And we can see this is what it looks like because we did the project from view. A to grab everything, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring these big enough to make sure that I can fit them into place. So the one I'm looking at here is this one here, and as I'm pulling it out, I'm going to pull it out like from here and then just pop that back into place, making sure that it actually fits. We can see these bottom ones, they're a little bit too big, so next we'll focus on these. So what I'm going to do is L, L, L. I'm going to bring them up and I'm focusing on this one here. So I'm going to press S and Y. So S, Y, pull them down, and then G, Y, and pull that one in place, and then S and Y, pull them down. And now what I want to focus on is these ones here. So let's come to this one, and let's see how far this one's out. And we can see actually, it's not very far out at all. So you can see here, what you can also do is you can also come in and kind of pull them, not this one. Let's move that one out of the way first. So G, we can also come in then and actually move these out a little bit if we need to. Now I'm just going to look. This one is, I think, this one here. Yes, it is. So I'm going to look at this one here, and I'm looking at this top here. So I'm thinking that I either need to pull it down or move it up. Actually, I don't think. Yeah, it is. There it is. Now it's happening. And then we can just follow this along. like so. All right, let's come into this one. I'm going to do pretty much the same as this, and then A and G. Just drag this one in, and then I'll just move these down now. So if I press G, let's just move this into place, like so. All right, let's come to the next one. A, G, put this one in place, like so. And then we'll come to this one, and then A and G. Let's put this one in place, like so. And what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to move these into place very, very slightly. I don't want to bend the UV. All right, so now we've got these. So let's do these four first. This one you can see they still need shrinking down a little bit. So S, let's shrink them down. Let's focus on this middle one here. Let's see, this one's a little bit out. So all I'm going to do is A, G, X, pull it across like so. And then I'm going to work on my bottom ones now. So I'm going to bring in all these. I'm going to focus on this one again first. This one actually looks good. This one looks a little bit out, so actually let's move this. So G, X, move it into place. And then let's think about these two. So A, G, move it into place. And then finally A, G, move this one into place like so. And that looks a really, really nice window. Okay, so what we'll do then on the next lesson is we'll actually get this window into place. We'll also I think actually with this window, I will put the parts, the little parts that go underneath here on it as well, just so you can save it out in your asset manager. All right, everyone. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.